Welcome to Sunday Racing here at Laurel Park. Some highlight races are race number 4 and race number 7, an allowance optional claiming 62.5.
In line. And they're off. O'Shaughnessy wasting no time with Sister's Duty, and hard sent Theola Figgins down to the inside. Bustin wide open tracks the pace there fourth, and need a marker out of the clear over to the 2 path, and then back to Galactic Tide and Modella Rubia trailing the field. It's Theola Figgins and O'Shaughnessy caught in between horses. Sister's Duty there on the outside of the 3-way scramble. Need a marker in a perfect spot as they race into the far turn, running 3 furlongs to go. Bustin wide open, losing some ground there, and followed by Galactic Tide with a lot to do, and same for Modella Rubia. Coming midway on that turn now, and Sister's Duty survive the duel. Need a marker, surging up on the outside. O'Shaughnessy down to the inside, keeps on fighting, and is coming back for more at the rail with a quarter of a mile left to go. O'Shaughnessy on the inside, Resilient on the outside. Need a marker, O'Shaughnessy. These 2 to 3/16 left to go. Opening up on Sister's Duty in third, but it's Need a Marker in front. Need a Marker opening 2 lengths in that last 16th of a mile under Xavier Perez. Need a Marker widening at the finish now, opening 3 or 4 lengths. Need a Marker in the opener. Second will be O'Shaughnessy. Then it was Sister's Duty. Galactic Tide busting wide open. Minute 6.6.
It's probably the most beautiful racetrack in the country, to be honest with you.
The background is just beautiful.
I love Racetrack Park because of the grandstand and the racing.
The weather is beautiful. The facility is phenomenal.
The Gulfstream Championship meet has become one of the top events of the year. You could come out on a Wednesday and see a future Preakness winner.
They're off in the Preakness. The Run Happy Santa Anita Derby.
Got the unique 6.5 down the hillside turf course.
A whole lot of great racing here in California.
And we're off.
We have all 3 surfaces here, the only racetrack in the country to have all 3 surfaces. Being close to the ocean, being surrounded by some of the greatest horses and riders in history, it's amazing.
It's the prettiest thing you've ever seen. There's no one else has a background like we do.
Yeah, the gate. And they're off. Ghostlighter on the engine, looking for justice, and Johnny Quist in the early firing line, and Shady Money on the far outside, and Majestic Frontier down inside there as they sort out of the chute to the main portion of the track now, and it is Johnny Quist up front. Johnny Quist with Looking for Justice, pushing that one through the inside there, and Shady Money is in third position. Ghost Slider settled back in the fourth spot. Majestic Frontier, and On the Engine trailing the field. Only 5.5 lengths will cover the entire bunch. Johnny Quist at a good pace, leads it a length and a half. Shady Money Looking for Justice inside in third. Ghost Slider trying to get closer from fourth position. Majestic Frontier and On the Engine in the back of the pack, heading into the far turn onwards. Johnny Quist setting a tempo. Johnny Quist is up top from Shady Money, length and a half behind in second, and Looking for Justice in third. Ghost Slider moving up there. Ghost Slider racing about 3 from the front and beginning to advance with a 3 wide bid. Here comes Ghost Slider with a nice run. 3 furlongs left to go. Still in the back of the pack On the Engine, Majestic Frontier. They race to the top of the stretch. Johnny Quist, Ghost Slider on the outside, the main danger now, and Ghost Slider turns in with Johnny Quist trying to fight on back on the inside. Back there it is, Looking for Justice and Shady Money, and Majestic Frontier trying to get into action on the far outside. Majestic Frontier driven hard, takes second, but Ghost Slider's come away with a 3-length lead and 1 furlong left to go. Ghost Slider in front, bounding away, 4, almost 5 lengths now. Karamanos and Ghost Slider from Majestic Frontier, then Johnny Quist and On the Engine, Ghost Slider. Ghost Slider solid at the finish. Majestic Frontier clearly seconded Johnny Quist and On the Engine.
When we started adding protocols, the first thing we knew we wanted to do was to add veterinarians watching training. We really had to look at all of the opportunities that we had to impact horse safety, controlling medication and training, which had never been done, investing in cutting-edge diagnostic techniques, decreasing the amount of medication that was in the horse on race day. Right now it's training, but we're checking horses that are racing on Saturday. Thank you. You're all right, sweetie. I feel like we are changing things for the better.
Right now, it's basically just being present. We do examine various horses in the days leading up to it. Race day, it's every horse. We're watching the horses, how they warm up. Now they've got weight on their back. We're on different surface. We're still following the horses. All the horses look good during their warm-up, sound ready to run.
I truly feel like we are moving the sport forward. The horses are better for it. We've really changed to focus on putting horses at the center and being the most important part of the equation.
And they're off. Coffee Bean, Performance Anxiety on the inside, asks for early speed. Hello Jamrock is right there too, so Hello Jamrock has a narrow lead just in front. Policewoman chiming in, and Performance Anxiety is also right there, and Tipsy Tourist. Those four right in a line. Coffee Bean back in fifth after a good beginning. Then Somebody Loves Me ridden along early in the race, but drops back. Some 7 off a pace, and Good Story inside of that runner, and Doom Scroller trailing the field. Tipsy Tourist, Performance Anxiety going at it with Policewoman prompting 3 deep. Hello Jamrock is in fourth. Timor's Coffee Bean racing in fifth position, and back to Good Story. Somebody Loves Me been under a ride throughout, as some 8 to make up into the far turn run, and Doom Scroller still in the back of the pack at a dozen off that pace. Into the turn, Performance Anxiety fighting with Tipsy Tourist on the pace. Hello Jamrock is in third. Coffee Bean to the outside in fourth. Good Story with a good chance too from fifth down to the inside. They're followed by Police Woman, Somebody Loves Me, and Doom Scroller saving ground as they turn for home. Performance Anxiety opening up 2 lengths on Tipsy Tourist in second, and then it's Good Story in third. Out of the center is Coffee Bean just at an even pace in fourth, and Doom Scroller down to the inside as they pass the furlong marker. Performance Anxiety 5, and ridden out and rolling home on a Duran Barbosa. Performance Anxiety from Good Story, Tipsy Tourist, and then Somebody Loves Me, Doom Scroller. Minute 27.38.
Introducing the first racing tool from Pegasus to Preakness. Iconic venues.
Life is good, and Irad Ortiz Jr. has ran them off their feet in the Pegasus.
World-class racing. Millions at stake.
Brad Bauer win the Preakness.
New champions will be crowned. Only at first.
And they're off. Good break for Sir Alfred James and Karen's Notion. Going to the lead, sent forward. 3's over Deuces right there in the early mix in between horses in fourth. Back to Air Token and Wendell Fong, second last at this point. Watching that speed from 4 off the front, and Savoy trailing the field. Karen's Notion and going to the lead, providing a good pace together as Sir Alfred James is spying them from third to the far outside. 3's over Deuces right there in the mix down at the inside. Wendell Fong trying to get underway now. Here's Wendell Fong within 3.5 of the lead into the turn. Air Token on the the inside, and Savoy trailing the field. So Karen's Notion keeps on fighting. Sir Alfred James moving up on the far outside. It's going to the lead down to the rail, still in the battle. Threes over Deuces waiting in behind the trio. Back to Wendell Thong, who lingers along in the fifth spot with a quarter of a mile left to go. Air Token and Savoy. And they're into the stretch. Sir Alfred James kicks on. Sir Alfred James is in front with furlong and a half left to run. As Threes over Deuces comes to the center of the track now, trying to run down Sir Alfred James. Threes over Deuces charging hard. Wendell Thong seems stuck back there. And here's Sir Alfred James. Sir Alfred James, Threes over Deuces, and going to the lead, Very Game third. And Wendell Thong will just pick up fourth, I believe, over Karen's Notion and Air Token. One to load, Spotted Bull, 1 mile, second finish. And they're off. Spotted Bull, there goes Vinny, and the inside is still having fun. Fired up with early speed, still having fun, and Spotted Bull going to hook up now. 2 lengths back in Vinny in third position. Unequivocal on the outside right there, 2. And next is Bad Guy, who's 5th and already 7 lengths on the pace. Minecrafter racing back in the pack with Galatians second to last, and Mama I Got This 8th and last a long way. Got to be about 22 to 25 lengths off the pace set by Still Having Fun and prompted by Spotted Bull. Still Having Fun, the neck in front from Spotted Bull there on the outside, who counters right back. Unequivocal is tracking leaders from third. Vinny inside in fourth. Bad Guy is racing in fifth. 8 lengths on the front, heading for the far turn now. And back to Minecrafter. It's another 7 or 8 back in Galatians and Mama I Got This. Far turn run. Been a duel so far into the far turn with Spotted Bull and Still Having Fun to the inside. Unequivocal is picking up there from third position. Vinny is in fourth. Back to Minecrafter and Bad Guy. They're still double digits from the front at the top of the stretch, where Spotted Bull is trying to put away Still Having Fun as Unequivocal looms on the outside. They turn for home with a quarter of a mile left to go. And then Vinny, and the outside is Bad Guy. Quarter of a mile left to go. Spotted Bull, Unequivocal shifting in just a head-to-head and trying to get Staten there. And on the outside, Unequivocal with one more try. It's Spotted Bull. Now they're shoulder to shoulder for the lead. Still having fun, still hanging in there, still having fun. He's 8 and feeling great, and he's still having fun. Still having fun at the 16th pole. Still having fun, Spotted Bull, and then Unequivocal, followed by Fourth Mind Crafter, still having fun. Northern Thunder. Second finish line, 1 turn mile. And they're off. Thorny tailing up against it. There goes Money Ride flashing up with early foot. Northern Thunder on the outside. And Titan's Will is up close there, racing in fifth of the blue colors as they move on to the main track now. And next is the outside Speak Unity. Assembly Point, and followed by Bobby G trailing the field. Compact bunch, only 6-7 lengths will cover them. It's Money Ride the pacemaker. Money Ride out there from Thorny Tail. The lead is a length up against it. And Titan's Will sharp on the inside up there too. Just a couple of lengths from the front. Northern Thunder is next in line. Down to the inside is Bobby G. Alongside of that is Assembly Point. In the back of the pack is Speak Unity, heading in for the far turn run with 4.5 furlongs left to go. It's Money Ride, the one to catch. Money Ride up top from Thorny Tail, the favorite. The outside is Northern Thunder, third. Up against it, racing fourth. The outside is Speak Unity, who's now fifth. And Assembly Point is next. And it's another 3 back at Bobby G. And Titan's Will now in the back of the pack. Coming to the top of the stretch for the long run for home to the second wire. And Thorny Tail kicks on. Thorny Tail and a driven Money Ride down to the inside. Up against it, shifts off the rail and trying to come with a run now. Out in the clear is the gray, who's coming now the far outside. They've got a furlong and a half left to go, and it is Thorny Tail in front from Money Ride second. Up against it, reaching third. On the inside, Bobby G with an eighth of a mile left to go. Here's Thorny Tail. Thorny Tail full of run, opening up 3. Thorny Tail, Money Ride up against it on the outside. Bobby G out of the inside, scrambling on for second there. Thorny Tail wins it. Up against it was second. Then Money Ride in the photo for show. And they're off. Buzz Bourbon, Coronova, and Feeling Woozy up there, along with Bick, early speed 2. And so it is going to be Bick and Buzz Bourbon at the outside, matching strides early, and Feeling Woozy inside of that pair. Coronova is 4th, and It's Viper settles back in 5th, watching the speed go on, circling the drain. Trailing the field is the favorite on the outside now, circling the drain out in the clear, and 5.5 from the front. Bick shows the way. Feeling Woozy, Coronova on the inside, and Buzz Bourbon right there on the outside, trying to save something to and take it back a little bit. Another 2 circling the drain, gets closer as the pace tries to slow up, and It's Viper trailing the field, and It's Viper's now in between horses heading into the far turn. So Feeling Woozy down to the inside, Bick on the outside, Feeling Woozy ahead in front from Bick. Buzz Bourbon outside in 3rd position. Coronova is next. It's Viper, and circling the drain, has to circle them all on the far outside from last position now with 3 furlongs left to go. It is Feeling Woozy. Bick is in the battle, and Buzz Bourbon there on the outside, and circling the drain will indeed try to circle now, and coming with a promising run, but caught widest of them all. They're into the stretch with a 1/4 mile left to go. Feeling Woozy. Feeling Woozy pops away, opens up a 2.5 length lead from Bick in 2nd, and circling the drain, trying to sustain to the far outside 3rd, but Feeling Woozy gets away under Angel Cruz as a 4-length lead with a furlong left to go. Circling the drain, getting into the game very late, but Feeling Woozy is in front by 3 with a 16th left to go from circling the drain. Then Bick 3rd, is Viper 4th, Feeling Woozy. Feeling Woozy from circling the drain.
The Maryland Jockey Club's Canter for a Cause cantered on with just over 300 entrants this year, coming from far and wide in this unique event to walk, trot, and canter over the famed Pimlico racecourse that showcased historic legends and champions. The only event of this type founded by Georgianne Hale. All benefits go to the renowned nonprofit, the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance.
Well, this is a great event. I think it really showcases the thoroughbred can come out here and ride and come back to the racetrack and not have any issues. It's a great event for awareness and fundraising, and I think it's a great community event, especially with these people bringing OTTBs, because when they bring them here and they get to showcase them in front of everyone else, I think it's really fun. And because it's close to Halloween this year, we've seen a lot of great costumes, so that's good too. I think a lot of people assume that the racehorse ever came back to the track that they would not be able to handle it. And we've seen today lots of horses come through the gate with little kids being let out, and things are fun. So yeah, I think once they're out of that racehorse mode for the most part, and they can come out to the track and enjoy themselves, and I think depending on what they're being trained for, they come back here and they know that this rider wants to canter slow or walk or trot, so it's good. It's good.
And they're off. Sapphire Beauty, Victoria and Riviera, My Lady Thatcher. Busy is up there, and here's Category 99 sent up for early speed, and Category 99 comes through on the inside of Busy to put the head in front. The outside is Victoria and Riviera. Sapphire Beauty in the speed mix in between horses. My Lady Thatcher taken back a bit as they journey down the backstretch, another 2 lengths back, and it's Herd and Sullivan Street trailing the field about 6 lengths from the front. It is Category 99 at the rail, leading the way from Sapphire Beauty by just a neck. 2 more lengths and Victoria and Riviera, and My Lady Thatcher on the outside in 4th position, edging into the turn, and Sullivan Street and Busy Herd tailing off last. Far turn runs Sapphire Beauty from Category 99, getting away a length and a half or 2 now. My Lady Thatcher called on to more run, and Victoria and Riviera is 4th, trying to punch on to 3rd. Back to Sullivan Street and back to Busy Herd trailing the field. Quarter of a mile left to run. They're at the top of the stretch. Sapphire Beauty by 4 lengths from My Lady Thatcher driven. And then it's Victoria and Riviera. Center track is Sullivan Street trying to pick up. Down to the final furlong and a half they roll, and it's Sapphire Beauty. Sapphire Beauty fully extended by Geron Barbosa with a 5-length lead. It's solid now. The outside Sullivan Street trying to run along. Sullivan Street gaining a bit of ground late, but it is Sapphire Beauty holding sway. Sapphire Beauty, and here's Sullivan Street. One more try. Sapphire Beauty from Sullivan Street. Sapphire Beauty drifted, won it by a length. Second, Sullivan Street, and then My Lady Thatcher, Victorian Riviera, and Category 99.
Thanks for joining us this weekend here at Laurel Park. We will be back on Friday. Post time is 12:25.